Hello everybody and welcome to Slay the Spire Daily Challenge, February 21st, 2019. I was playing some Slay the Spire and I saw the daily looked okay. It was a silent time dilation, heirloom, big game hunter, some pretty high scores. So I thought, why not just try for a daily run, since it's been quite a while and Slay the Spire's kind of ended with the Century Mode run. So I just thought I'd do a quick daily. I don't know, it's not going to be an everyday thing. I'm just doing one because I was in the mood today, and let's go. I mean, there's no other reason to say anything else. I'm just here to have some fun, play a daily and see what happens. So we get Specimen. So the poison deck base deck will be really nice, obviously. We'd also want to do as many elites as we can safely, since it is a very early daily. Let's talk about Slay the Spire. Let's talk about the channel. Let's talk about what's been happening. Well, Slay the Spire, you know, I taking kind of a pretty big break from the game after doing all 20 Essential Mode runs. It really took a lot out of me to do. Not to be a super big baby about the situation, but I forgot about that. It really did take out a lot for me to have to do that. It's very difficult. The Essential Mode level 21, obviously, and which is what it should be. So I'm not even mad. But yeah, it's pretty difficult, and obviously with difficulty comes frustration, and frustration means that I needed to take quite a. We're going poison with Specimen. We're like, let's not take the poison, let's go for escape plan. So we have a card that does absolutely nothing in our deck instead of a poison card that would actually deal damage to an enemy. So I'm a little bit irritated myself. I don't really have a shop coming up anytime soon, like at all. So you're taking my money, it's chill. Fossil Helix is very nice. Would have obviously preferred the poison, but you know, we got what we got, so we have to deal with it. This is a pretty good first turn. We've got an escape plan out to do some time dilation. Pox got the neutralized to go first, which was very nice, and then we got to attack as many times as we could. So, Slay the Spire, it's not over. We're not done with Slay the Spire. I'm definitely going to be playing more Slay the Spire in the future. I just want to take. I want to still take a big enough break from the game to just refresh myself. To oh my word, like how did I not go poison? I'm so stupid. Like if I just went poison, we would in a great place. Anyway, I haven't, so it's the situation we're in, and we have to live with it. Anyway, so I think we could have attacked him twice. Attacked this one for more damage with time dilation, so it was a little mistake on my side, but it's okay. I don't mind too much. And then yeah, we'll be getting back to Slay the Spire at some point. I'm not sure when exactly. All I know is I will be getting back to it. I'm just trying to figure out when exactly we're going to make our way back to Slay the Spire. Hopefully soonish. Hopefully it's not too late. I mean, this guy, we might as well just go. I mean, what else can we do against this guy, really? We can literally just go and hope for the best. I'm going to proc this now. I think I could have procced a little bit earlier. This fight's very difficult for us because we don't really have much DPS. This guy hits very hard, as you all know, and you know, we're definitely lacking. I blocked 3 times there. I think that might have been a mistake. I'm not sure. We'll find out very soon. That I can promise you right now. Gotta play these time dilation cards in order. It's very important, actually. Gotta play all these time dilation cards in order, so let's try our best to make this happen. I like to beat this guy without taking damage. Lots of reasons. Obviously, reason number 1, perfect elites gives us extra points for daily bonuses. Option number, I want damage. Option number 2, of course, is that you want to keep your HP high so you can upgrade more and take less damage in the future. So like this. Okay, we need to think very carefully about the order of cards we play, because we are hoping to try and get as much damage out of this Glass Knife as we can on the turn Glass Knife shows up. So that's pretty good. We got him pretty low right now. We're feeling pretty confident. I'm just going to attack 3 times. I should be able to kill him next turn unless I get kind of unlucky. But even if I do get unlucky, I was going to say, even if I do get lucky, I'll probably still be able to find a way. Corpse Explosion is beautiful. Money's too low to go to the shop. Frozen Egg is fine. It's not great, it's just fine. What do we upgrade? Either this or this. I like Corpse Explosion because it gives poison, and we have specimens, we kind of want poison. But other than that, I was going to say, we might fight the Sentinels, and then Corpse Explosion is going to be extremely useful. Because obviously being able to Corpse Explosion, the Sentinel that has HP, means we'll be able to not to take any damage, which for us is of course very important. This does kill you. It's kind of unfortunate. So I'm gonna do something wait. This is a big problem because even with our corpse person, I can't kill him next turn. So we should just take out one. We should just take out one, put ourselves in good position. I think that's the best situation. We're probably not gonna end up perfecting this guy now because of that situation. But you know, if we don't perfect, we don't perfect. That's just life. That's just how it happens. But maybe we perfect. I mean, these guys don't need too hard, and we do have quite a lot of block on us. So a little bit of that, a little bit of that, a little bit of that. Good to good. If we can kill this guy next turn, kill this guy, we'll get another perfect, and that will be lovely. That's kind of what I was like. I was thinking to myself. I was like, you know what? This is it looks like a pretty fun daily. I'm gonna give this daily a shot. See how it goes. I mean, Venom is very tempting, especially upgraded. It's so weird to have 3 slots. Holy shit. I didn't actually think about it. I was like, wait, what? Why do I have 3 slots? In Venom's super tempting. I think I'm going to take it. It's another form of damage with via poison. So if we get it out early, which we are likely to do, it will put us in a very nice position, which we want to be in. So I'm kind of just hoping for corpse explosion next turn to kill this guy and kill this guy and kill them both. But even if I don't, I will definitely kill one. And if I kill one, I will kill both. Or not kill one, I'll kill both. But I had fossilized and I'll take damage. So I wasn't too worried. Within Venom, I think Blade Dance has a place. I will, of course, find another elite. So we fought, what, 3 elites in this path already. And we've perfected every elite. So, you know, so far, so good. It's pretty much as good as it's going to get for us. So we just need to keep trying. 6 damage is quite a lot. But let's go like one of these. So that's 8 damage now. It's quite a lot, as I mentioned earlier. But I think we should be fine. If we can deal like, what is it, 15 damage next turn, he's dead. So a little bit of that, a little bit of that. Fossilized Helix for the gold that I gave up was so worth it. I mean, we literally haven't taken a single point of damage, and we're perfecting everything because of it. I'll take another glass knife. I think it's okay. It's not the best card ever, but it's okay, in my opinion. A little bit of that. I'm actually just going to do it like this, because I don't think there's any reason really to block. He'll die next turn, we'll take no damage. So far so good. We are on like a perfect run. We haven't taken a single hit of damage, which is very nice. Makes me happy. It means we get to upgrade a lot. I think I want to upgrade Blade Dance or Suck Punch are the 2 cards I want to upgrade here. Since we got a Venom, I'm going to choose Blade Dance in this situation, but I think it could have gone either way, honestly. So this guy's a little bit worrisome for me. I'm not entirely sure how we're going to handle him, well or not, but I guess we will find out pretty soon. Now the good thing, we do have Spaceman, which is kind of a nice situation. I didn't really think about too hard or too much, but okay, so he's going to pop, so we might as well do as much damage as we can. Get him as low as possible for his split. Okay, but luckily none of them are attacking. I mean, that is kind of just pure luck right now. I'm going to be straight up with you guys. I feel like that doesn't happen too often. A little bit of poison. Doesn't move over. I thought it would. I feel like it should have moved over there. Honestly, my personal opinion on the matter is that I think it should have moved over. This is unnecessary. Like, I think this alone. Actually, you know what? Okay, yeah, I'll take him out. I was contemplating... Specimen's great. I was contemplating on getting this guy a little bit lower so there weren't 3 enemies next to him. So I only got 1 fossilized. So, okay, never mind. This is a perfect boss. So far the game is going as perfect as it can go for us. It's very nice. We haven't taken a single hit of damage in this game so far. We are running at a perfect everything right now. So that does make me feel very good. Not entirely sure why, but I like it. I'll take another Venom. I think it's perfectly fine. Sneko Eye. Now Sneko is my boy. I want to make this very clear. Me and Sneko Eye, we have a relationship now. You know, we've been through it. We've been through tough times together. We've been through good times together. It's been a roller coaster of emotions. But, you know, all in all, the love I have for Sneko Eye will never disappear ever, because I respect that card now tremendously. I've got a lot of money, so shop is good, but I'd also like to do as many elites safely as possible. I'm kind of liking that path for elites. There is another part that is 3 elites that goes through a shop and a lot of bonfires, so obviously that's a little bit more tempting. That has 3 elites and this has 4 elites, and we probably want to do 4 elites, but maybe we don't. Maybe we only want to do 3 elites. I don't know. Let's try 4 elites, since I'm already on that path, one can say. I would have very much preferred here to have got the Envenom out there, because if I had got Envenom out there, obviously that would have been really good for me. I didn't though, so you know, it sucks a little bit. I would like you to die here, but I don't know if that's possible. Oh wait, am I weakened or something? Is that the problem? I am weakened. I can weaken you. It's 14. Wait, he's got 2 poison. I'm an idiot. I just wasted a potion. He was already dead. Forgot about Envenom. That's better. That's actually quite a big mistake. I must seriously attempt not to make mistakes again in the future. Man, I really didn't want to do this Colosseum. Like, I'm strong, but I'm not to do this Colosseum strong, you know what I mean? Does that make sense? So I need like a lot of block. So like that much block is fine? Yeah, I hope so. I might do the second level because I've got, what's it called on me? The corpse explosion. So I'm contemplating doing the next level because it will work. Corpse explosion will... Oh my word, thank goodness that poison transferred. I didn't check the max HP. Yeah, let's do it, it's fine. I think it's fine. Okay, so I think it's very important that we get the right, we kill the right person. So I think we should focus you down. I'm gonna pop this, but I don't know whose it blocks. I think it blocks his, which is kind of a problem. He gives me a wound. He gives me a wound, so it does block the vulnerability. I care more about blocking the vulnerability here than I care about the alternative. So I am gonna play 2 skills here, so I'm gonna take a very big hit here. But I think in general, it's gonna be worth it. I'm gonna play 2 skills. Or let's do the math. If I play 2 skills, I get 3 shivs. Each shiv puts 1 poison on it, and I think the last knife is going to do so much more damage just right off the bat that doing anything else would have been stupid. So he will die next turn. We'll take 8 damage to get 2 relics and to get more. I mean, I don't think anyone could ever say like, you paid 8 HP for 2 relics, a card, and more stuff. You know what? Infinite Rates is perfect. You know, we have a little bit of a power-based deck. Something like the Awakened one will be a problem. I'm going to be the absolute first to admit this, but you know, it's a situation we're in, so it's a situation we're in. So we're going to take a big hit here of 10 damage. This is kind of a problem. This fight's a little bit of a problem. But our setup is very expensive now, which is the only thing I might not have taken into consideration 100%. Is that our setup's a little bit on the costly side. I mean, I'm rather actually going to defend twice. I'd rather try and save HP wherever I can. Also, like, if I can heal a little more, why not? I might just end my turn here because I'm going to get a 3 heal out and he will die next turn. If I can end my turn again, he'll die to poison, I'll get another 2 heals. So I'm actually going to do it that way. Take a little bit more heal and he still dies. So that works out great. I mean, prepared is amazing, so I think we definitely take it. We've got a very specific deck here, and you can kind of tell what kind of deck we're running, so that's kind of interesting for me. I'm not usually the type that gets the right to build a specific archetype, especially on a daily or something like that, because it's a little bit harder, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so if I do this, and I do something like this, and I do something like this, maybe something like that, get more energy, something like that. I was hoping I could kill you. Wait, I can't. Okay, we'll take a little bit more damage. It's okay. I think it's fine this way. I don't want to get vulnerable from this fungi beast dying because this guy hits too hard, and I would rather just let him die and get it done. So I'd actually like to upgrade this other blast knife if possible. I will add a sucker punch. I'm adding a lot of cards to the deck, as you can tell, which, you know, it's either good or bad. Oh. I mean, how do I pass up on all of those relics are good. Every single one of those relics is good for me. It's really hard for me to have passed up on any of those relics, honestly. Like, clearly there's quite a few relics I'll be like, okay, I wouldn't mind passing up that relic or passing up that relic, etc. But in general, I couldn't pass up any of those relics. They're all just too good. Every single one of those relics were just so absolutely amazingly good that there was just no hope for me to pass them up and not judge myself for the rest of my eternal life. So I want to do it this way so that he dies and kills off the other guy. Good. It wasn't the best fight there, I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of don't feel too good about that one. I'm actually gonna rest up here. I'd rather go into an elite fight with more HP. It makes me feel a little bit safer. Now we didn't perfect that last elite. You know, that's kind of a problem. A lot of my strat clearly revolves around perfecting stuff, so when we don't perfect stuff, it's kind of a problem. So this does kill you, and this will kill you. We can hit this guy. Only one poison on him, which is not great, but it's something, I guess. So he's immediately attacking. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't. Mistake. I made a mistake. It's okay. So we are going to take another hit. Just once again, no perfect for us. It's a big deal. Taking 12-2, which is a bigger deal. But in general, he should be dead, and it's not too much problem. But a little bit of a couple of misplays starting to show up here as we get deeper into the second floor. Still do think the second floor is the hardest level, so I don't feel too bad about it, honestly. So here's our first curse. It's doubt. That's a pretty shitty curse for me. I really would have preferred not to have got doubt. We got it, so you know there's not much we can do about it, but there's definitely a lot of stuff I would have preferred to have not seen instead of doubt. But it's there, and we have to play around it. You know, find a way to make this work to our advantage. I need to score 2 cards. Okay, how about that? How do we do this? Corpse Explosion, Defend, and Glass Knife. So we're gonna lose some HP here, so no perfect for us. Slightly problematic on my side. A bit of a misplay, I would honestly say, but it's okay. It's not gonna matter too much in the grand scheme of things. So this guy is dead. We are bleeding HP now, but we're bleeding HP at a rate that's not that bad considering that I'm fighting this many elites. You know, we're fighting a lot of elites. Look at all these relics. The relics are a clear indication of how many elites we're fighting, so I'd rather kill off both of these guys, honestly, than allow them to still be there and get anything on this guy. Like, I truly would prefer that, so. Got some poison going, he's weakened, we got a little bit of everything, so it's not too bad. Yes, I would actually really like to just kill you. Is that possible? I don't think it is possible. We could do it like this. I just had to make sure that they died. I want to perfect this because there's no reason not to perfect this fight, you know? When you don't have to perfect when you can't perfect fight, it's fine. I get it. But when you can perfect a fight, you should be perfect in the fight. If you're not perfect in the fight when you had the opportunity, you messed up. And it's a big deal. This guy is super strong. He's actually, like, in my opinion, one of the stronger enemies in this game. So if I can get him out of the picture really early, I'll be happy. I like heel hook, it's fine, I think. And none of these. Beautiful. So far so good. I think we're doing pretty well. I mean, no, we could be probably doing better. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I think in general we're doing okay. Let's go for the one with the most HP. There we go. I was like, if we get Corpse Explosion, the one with the most HP, we kill it next turn, kills everybody, that'll be great. If we don't kill it next turn, we just have to outblock like very, 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 very little damage, so I'm not even too worried about that. And unfortunately, they will all die now. I mean, not unfortunately for me, of course. For me, it's amazing. I like Terror. I do like Predator, but I think I'll take Bane. Smithing time. I don't think we need to worry too much about resting. We have 50 HP and we have 18 million relics, so I'm really not too worried about that. This is a problem. I'll get rid of it immediately. I don't think that counts for. Oh, it actually. I messed up. Okay, I'm gonna admit it that I messed up on that one. That's my bad. I made a mistake. I'm but a human. I like how I get to always make that excuse. Like, if I make a mistake, I'm like, it's not my fault. I'm a human. It's like, but the point is, you did make the mistake. At some point, you need to own up to that. Okay, so that does kill these two. So we only need to block 18. Pop one of these. Bam, 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 bam. Beautiful. Not taking any damage. So far, perfect is still intact. A little bit of this. I do enjoy this tremendously when things work out this beautifully. And you guys can't lie, like that was sexy. Look me in the eyes and tell me that was not sexy, because if you try, I will tell you are lying. Yeah, why not? So we've got heavy power-based synergy, which means if we fight the Awakened one, we are in trouble. It's the Awakened one, of course, so we are in a little bit of trouble, as you might have guessed, but it's okay. And this is, I've gone power-based synergies and essentially my level 20. I've never won with the Silent, so it's actually wrong to say, but I've won with the other characters with essentially my level 20 with the power-based decks. So I'm not too worried about the Awakened one. He thinks he's the tough guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do want to take the 5 elite path, so we'll be going the 5 elite path. I'm actually very like adamant about making sure I maintain my HP at this point, and that I start really working hard towards the direction of not taking damage. So I'll be playing a lot more differently on this floor, because this floor is going to require a lot more finesse, if you will, to handle. So we need to work a little bit harder than normal. I like the flag. Kind of like acrobatics, but I think I'll pass it for now. I do like the fact that I've played Ascension mode. It gives me the one advantage of being able to play at a faster rate, which is kind of nice. I was considering removing one of the cards there, because logically speaking it's good for us in the sense that I misplayed there, but it's good for us in the sense that, how do we handle this? I mean, he is poisoned. Are we just going to take a ton of damage? Unless we can kill this guy right here, right now, which I don't think is possible. We can try though. Yeah. Okay, that was worth 2 potions, I think, in general. Like Cloak and Dagger was kind of tempting, but I got a 3-sim card deck, which is on the very high side of things. And as much as I do not mind the fact that it's a rather large deck, as I mentioned, I do mind the fact that the problem I'm having right now is that it's taking too long to get certain synergies going, which is putting me a little bit behind on the 8 ball, as I usually say, as you all know. So I'm just trying to solve that problem by introducing a alternative solution. This guy does not have time dilation on, so there's no reason for me there to specifically play around it, and I knew that. That's why I got to play the way I played, which was nice. I do like a tool trade, even though I'm up against the Awakened one, and we probably want to start working a little bit towards the direction of not having so many powers in our deck. I think in general it's going to still be fine to handle the situation how I'm currently handling it. So I think if I do this and this, you will die. Pop one of these. I'm going to take quite a big hit here. This one's a little bit unfortunate. That one hurt a lot. That one really hurt a lot, but it's okay. Nice 2 relics I like. No, I don't think I want any of those specifically. This guy's a little bit of a problem, I won't lie to you. Probably didn't need to play those lots of cards. I might have made a mistake there, it's okay. I do like Mayhem quite a lot though, I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, sure, I'm gonna Mayhem here. Tiger throw. Something like that, I guess. It's a bit slow right now, but it's okay. Look at how much powers we have, it's insanity. It's actual insanity, guys. I just want to point this out. Like, this many powers is so serious. I just don't know where my... Oh, I do have Envenom. I was like, I don't know where my Envenom is. Do I have Envenom on this deck? I wasn't sure. taking a little bit longer to get this guy I would like, which means, you know, it took us a little bit longer to get going, which I don't like, but, you know, it is what it is. I feel like you are super fucked, my good friend. Yeah, I just like pushing buttons like that. It feels nice, dude. Yeah, actually, I think Catalyst has a place. Well, I'm gonna fight Bleats, obviously. The head is always a scary mother effer. It don't matter how much Slay the Spire you've played in your life. You could have played 1,000 games of Slay the Spire. You could have played 1 game of Slay the Spire. The head is always scary. He always is scary. He remains scary for all eternity. As the guy that is a run ender, you know. Specifically if you've played a lot of Ascension mode like I have, you will learn that your boy, the giant head on Ascension level 20, is definitely not to be taken lightly. If you take him lightly and you die, you will have no one else to blame but yourself. I just want to make sure that that is well stated. The man is... Have you heard that song, These Boots Were Made for Walking? This head was made for crushing. Luckily for me though, I've got the right kind of run to deal with him, so it's not too much of a problem. Also, this is not Ascension mode. Like, no matter how much I might complain about it, the fact of the matter remains it's not Ascension mode. It's just a normal... Oh, I had 1 extra energy because of Nunchaku. That was a mistake. It was kind of a big mistake. It's okay. I'll forgive myself this one time. I think it's okay. I want to be the bearer of bad news, Mr. Head. But you are absolutely done and dusted, dude. Now 2 relics for us. Feels good. We're getting relics in the amount that as if we were playing a that's a kind of a trillion relic for us. We're getting relics in the almost in the way as if we were playing the relic game. The relic version of this. Okay, this needs to yeah, I think we get rid of that every time. Even if it costs me my HP thing, I think. And I definitely think so. Okay, I just played like 1 billion powers and I did no damage to enemies. So that's slightly a problem. Against the Awakened, that will not work, by the way. Against the Awakened, we are going to have to think outside the box and we're going to have to play differently. Because if we just do our normal strat against the Awakened one, we will get wrecked. It's as simple as that. So I was specifically trying to not take any damage here. It's not going to work out for us. We are going to take 4, which means I'm going to lose that perfect, which, you know, it hurts me quite heavily, but it is what it is. It's one of those things you just have to accept in life, I think, so it's okay. Let's start with a sucker punch into a heal hook for the energy back. Okay, then invented for more poison. There we got a good poison situation going. With Shuriken, we've got strength gain now, so we have a way to infinitely get stronger, which I appreciate from the game very much, because all the strength we get is good. Just for fun, just why not? I don't think we should lose this daily too easily. I think I would have to mess up kind of heavily to lose this daily specifically, but we'll see how it goes. You never know in Slay the Spire. You could have the most powerful one that seems impossible to lose, like you cannot. Oh, never mind, he's dead. Like you couldn't lose, and then just out of nowhere, it's just, BAM! It's over. You lost. It's kind of what makes Slay the Spire fun and also frustrating at the same time. It's a little bit of a both world situation. Now this is interesting. Now I've got Temptation. I think it's fine. Okay. Well, this is very unfortunate. We got like the literal worst of both worlds, but you know, it happens. It's part of the game. Sometimes you get bad luck. It's gonna happen from time to time. Of course, I'm pretty sure anyone watching knows exactly what I'm trying to do. Was just get my boy. That guy just actually straight up that. Okay, I had no idea. That's fine. I was trying to get my boy Corpse Explosion shot, so you can just take them all out in 160 go, but my boy Corpse Explosion was like, I'm sorry, I'm on vacation today. I will only be back on Wednesday. And I was like, well, I kind of need you back now. Is there anything we could do to change that? And the game's like, no, not really. So he's gonna come back to life, but that's not fine. I don't think we need to worry about this fight at all. It's not like earlier where this fight was a little bit difficult. Now this fight, I think, honestly doesn't even blimp on the radar of a problem for me. But at the same time, I would prefer to have the easiest possible fight that I can have. So the game could just be super generous and send my boy send my boy Corpse Explosion around, so I could use my boy Corpse Explosion to end this fight. That would be great. Thank you, game. I wish you had done that a few seconds earlier. I'm just saying. But that's fine. I forgive you though. It's chill. It's not a big problem. I mean, it kind of irritates me a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, we are fighting all the elites. Another head, double head action. Oh, this is nice. Bye. I don't want you guys. No, I definitely don't want you guys. I kind of don't want you, so that's fine. Interesting. After image, magnetize, infinite blade. So we pay 4 powers on turn 1. I understand now how this is a problem. I do get it. It definitely is a problem. I play a lot of cards really quickly. And they're all powers. So against the Awakened one, we have to actually think. The Awakened one is not going to just be a, oh, it's super easy, we do whatever we want, and it's a win. No. The Awakened one actually is, ironically, which I didn't expect when I had initially started my run here. That I was like, if we get the Awakened one, it will be bad, but whatever, you know, it's not the end of the world. But now I'm like, oh, never mind, you know what, it's actually going to be kind of super bad. Because I play a lot of powers. Like, I play a lot of powers. As you can clearly tell by the amount of powers I'm playing. I do play a lot of powers. So I do realize that there is something to worry about here. It'll be pretty embarrassing to make our way to the Awakened one and lose a daily where we fought every single elite on the way. No, I do not actually want a ninja scroll. I think I glass enough. Lock potion. Yeah, I think it could do more than that, so it's okay. Yeah, I don't want to scroll. I definitely don't want ninja scroll. That's like a no-brainer. I mean, it's good for the shuriken. It's basically a Vajra. Well, what it is, it's basically a Vajra. But in this situation, I actually don't want a Vajra. So, you know, if I don't want the Vajra, I don't want the Vajra. There's not that much I can do about it. You know? It's just how life happened to work out this time. Okay, so how much block do I have? I've got enough block not to take damage. Sweet. Can I do some damage to Explosion Boy? Yes, I can. That's all I want. Because Explosion Boy has to die. Truly don't think, as I mentioned before, I truly don't think we have too much to worry about specifically in this run versus this lineup of enemies. I think in general we should be fine, but well, that's a spiky boy. I did not kind of see that was a spiky boy. I kind of want to kill this spiky boy. Is that an option? Yeah, it was an option. Nice. Okay, that makes me feel good, baby. Makes me feel good. So we got one more elite coming up, right? One more elite? Yeah, one more elite. For so many elites that we didn't get the opportunity to go to any of the kind of like big areas. And what that, of course, caused was that we didn't get any events. So we lost out on event stuff, I would say. But actually, I do not mind a backflip. I think it's okay. Hey, it's this boy. Hello, boy. What's your name? Keep that one. Ba-ba-ba. And I'm actually gonna go ba-ba and ba-ba. I think something like that's fine. Yeah, that's kind of what I was hoping for. It's almost exactly what I was hoping for, so I'm very happy right now. I'm gonna do this just to look. Yeah, it looks out great. Yeah, I kind of like it. That felt nice. The second corpse version? I think unnecessary. I will rest, of course. Fighting a very strong boss. I mean, it's not a strong boss specifically. This guy isn't strong. He just happens to be very strong against my build, like what I have. So I've got a couple of things I do need to think through here, like very carefully. I think getting a 1 in Venom out is fine and 1 off damage is fine. I think that's fine. That's fine. I think that's actually 100% acceptable. So I'm going to start off like this, into this. Okay, I'm going to pop the off damage now. So specifically what I was looking for here, I'm pretty sure you guys don't need me to tell you, but specifically what I was looking for here was... You are dead. The Corpse Explosion, but I don't need it anymore, so now it's fine. Now we don't really need to play any powers from this point onwards, so any weaken is good. This sucks to lose my block. I'm gonna lose this regardless, so whatever. Might as well do it like that. So perfect is kind of looking unlikely now. I think you do go like this and like this. Also like this and then like this. And I'll pop this. Yeah. I really want to tempt to perfect, because it's something that I think for me specifically is kind of important. Oh, that was a power. Oopsie. I might have made a mistake. Okay. We're not losing damage yet. The -1 strength and the weakness for like the rest of eternal life, that's definitely helping us out. Don't want that, clearly. It's a power. Almost played it without thinking again. It's these little things that I keep doing. They are very costly, and I need to work on that. I'm playing powers against the Reikon without like actually thinking about it, and it's kind of a very big deal. It might not seem like such a big deal. Ironically though, it's a very, very big deal. So I just want to see 19 plus... Yeah. I think we ought to do this. Just to make sure we get it. So we got the first phase done. Now if we can just get through the second phase, we will be in a good place. But unfortunately that's not going to happen for us. I think we can get rid of the Envenom here. I want this, and that. So no perfect for us against the Awake one here. Unfortunate, but I think it's okay. Really unfortunate when you get a perfect there. I would have very, very much loved the perfect. I'm a little bit sad. I'm not gonna lie to you. A little bit on the sad side. It's okay though. I'm just gonna go with, you know, it happens. It's part of the game. You have to accept it sometimes. No perfect sucks, but whatever. I'll just kill him. I was trying really hard to get perfect, but it's okay. Since we didn't get the perfect, we will just absolutely murder him. Because it's fun. You will absolutely get murdered. Get rid of this shit. I don't want that in my life. I want that in my life. What does that look like it's going to help me accomplish? Absolutely nothing. That was just a very fun daily. Very fun, nice daily. We didn't get the Beyond Perfect, which is going to lose us a lot of points. 1,307. We also didn't get Curse bonus, even though we had 2 Curse in the deck, so that loses a lot of points. We got Shiny. You know, we got a lot of Elites perfected. 8 Elites were perfected, 2 bosses perfect. I think it's not too bad, 1,307. For coming back into the game after a while, being away, I think it's not the worst. I don't think I can see my score, unfortunately. Oh, yeah, I can. Maybe top 1,000, top 383rd, or not even top 383rd. I mean, we came 383rd, but I think it's okay. It's not the greatest, but it's what it is. For now, thank you very much for watching this little daily. I hope you enjoyed it. It was just something out of the blue, just because I haven't done a daily in a while, and there hasn't been any Slay the Spire in a while. I'm still going to be playing the game. I'm just contemplating how I want to approach the game. My next idea, or my next direction I want to take Slay the Spire is just to go in for the boss fight, the heart, to beat the heart on normal one with each of the 3 characters, of course, and then beat the heart on potentially Ascension level 20, but I guess I'd have to finish Ascension level 20 first on the silent to make that possible. So it's difficult to say for sure, but I would like to think that one day I can approach that level of skill, that I could beat the heart on Ascension level 20 with all the characters. Not likely though, but we can try our best. For now, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do. I'll see you all in the future with more Slay the Spire. Definitely coming to my channel. Not sure when, but definitely. For now, we have some Resident Evil 2 coming out. It's a little bit something different. It's still a JRPG. Technically, it's a Japanese role-playing game. It's an action role-playing game to be exact, but it's a Japanese-made game. So I have no problem playing it on my channel. Of course, I do not only play Japanese games, but I just happen to prefer most JRPG games, as that's what my niche is. But I mean, there's Dota, there's Slay the Spire, there's Hollow Knight, etc. Hollow Knight 2 coming out one day, definitely coming to the channel as well. Sekiro, hopefully coming to the channel unless things go really bad. And what was the other game? More Dragon Quest is coming. There is Trophy Guides coming. There is potentially Haven't decided. A little bit of a difficult one for me. Hardcore runs in Resident Evil. I'm very, very bad at the game, so it's really hard for me to do, but something I've been looking into. I hope you guys have all been enjoying the content on the channel. I'm sorry there's been such little content lately, but due to life and lots of recording restrictions and time restrictions, I haven't been able to record as much as I want, which means I haven't been able to put out as much content as I want. For now though, I do say thank you to every single one of you that watched every single video. I say thank you to every single subscription. It means the world to me, and of course keep supporting me through the future, and I'll see you all soon with more Slay the Spire and many, many other games.